do you think the 49ers versus Rams rivalry will be the next must-watch rivalry in the NFL? Packers, Bears, 49ers, Seahawks. But now this last season has put a mark on the 49ers versus Rams rivalry. This was always a good, like, for 49ers fans, it was always a great rivalry. But for the NFL, not really talked about. Do you think this could be the next 49ers, Cowboys, next, where they always are, are always meeting in the playoffs and really the two teams to compete? Do you think that could be the next thing for the NFL?
Seems like it, right? I mean,
right.
There's no team in the NFC South that matters anymore. That's like a real serious contender. I mean, the only team in the NFC East that matters is Dallas, and we saw them in the playoffs. They didn't look real. They looked fraudulent. Then in the North, there's the Packers and 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers, who will eventually no longer be contenders. And then it's the NFC West. And it's interesting. I don't know what the hell Seattle's doing. They think that they had an off year or something and that they'll work it out with a healthy Russell Wilson. To me, they seem like they need to start over. And then what's really interesting to me is Arizona. I thought they were the team, not the Niners, that were going to be competing with the Rams for years. And like they started off so well. They were 8-2 when Hopkins and Kyler Murray were both healthy. And then they got injured again, which they always do. And now they're like in complete
shambles.
Shambles. They are in shambles. And they may never, ever fix it. It doesn't seem like they actually are a very tight-knit team at all. So forget them for now. It seems like, it is the Niners and the Rams. And, like, look, it was McVay in the Super Bowl. He lost. Then Kyle in the Super Bowl. He lost. Then neither one made it. Then McVay's back. It seems like these two are really going to be kind of running the NFC for the next few years until someone else emerges.
Right. And, I mean, it's crazy because NFC West teams, the last 3 out of the 4 have made it years. This division, I mean, when you think of the NFC West, you're thinking of the Rams and now the 49ers, like those two teams. It's really crazy. And I love Matt LaFleur, but now Aaron Rodgers is probably on the way out. Bruce Arians, Tom Brady probably isn't coming back. So all the great coaches that we've thought of in the NFC, the great geniuses, now don't have quarterbacks anymore. And now your 49ers and Rams and the Rams are in a perfect position. So,
and Kyle's about to get a quarterback. The way I look at it is like the Niners are going from the Rams, like they're like the Rams, but 2 years later.
Right.
They're going from Goff to Stafford. That's the jump I expect. So,
right.
I wouldn't be surprised if Trey Lance throws 35, 40 touchdown passes. Why? Because the supporting cast is outrageous. It's outrageous. Right. I mean, the one time he played against Houston, he threw how many touchdown passes? Was it 2?
It was like 2, 1 interception. Yeah.
Yeah, he had the one that Brandon Ayuk only got one arm on because he got held. I mean, I just feel like with this supporting cast and that talent, it's going to be a lot like what we saw from the Rams going from Goff to Stafford. It's going to be that kind of a transition.
HR says snatch Hopkins from them. I don't think so. I don't think we would do that.
He's so expensive. I think he gets $27 million a year. I think they gave him a 2-year, $54 million deal. He's great, but he did just miss a grip of time this year with a hamstring injury. So I don't know if his best days are behind him. I don't know. He's almost 30.
Exactly. And here's the thing. I think, like, I've always been the biggest fan of Brandon Ayuk. I think you give the man a shot. Like, this guy I think Brandon Ayuk, really talent-wise as a receiver, is better than Deebo Samuel. I really like what Brandon Ayuk can do, and I think
I wouldn't go that far. But I'm just saying, I think he's really good. Like if the Niners, first option is Deebo, second option is Kittle. Deebo's an elite number 1 option in the league.
Right.
I think he's the best player in football. I think he's better than Cooper Kupp. Then Kittle has to be at the best number 2 option or one of them, and then Ayuk might be the best number 3 option. Jennings is one of the better number 4 options. And then you have guys like Juszczyk and Mitchell out of the backfield. Can't miss. No one has a supporting cast like this right now. Not even the Chiefs. They have Jerick McKinnon and freaking Mecole Hardman. It's not on this level.
Jerick McKinnon. I remember a few years ago, we were saying this guy is trash. Like, get him out of here. I remember Jerick McKinnon. He was a nightmare.
That's the starting running back in Kansas City. So, I mean,
yeah. And I mean, and again, the Rams, like, they're a good team as well, but the Rams are in more of a hole than the 49ers
are.
Their
game is terrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
the Rams just beat the Niners. The Rams are really good, but
right.
I still think the Niners were playing their second best quarterback all year. So things are gonna be different next year.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And free agency as well for the Rams. I don't know what the heck they're gonna do, but do you really expect Odell Beckham to come back next year? I don't think so. Like, I think Odell Beckham, he's gonna want money next year.
Yeah, we'll see.
And will the Rams bring him back? I have no
He
idea.
was
Von
key.
Miller. So
He was
he
key because
was.
without Odell Beckham, the Niners could have just swarmed Cup the way they did Devontae Adams the week
Right.
before. They weren't able to do
Right.
that. Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good
Yeah.
point.